Good morning, students. In the last chapter, we have seen some of the terms related to crystallography, then what is crystallography, and some introductory part related to it. In today's lecture, we will see what is unit cell and what are the types of unit cell. We know that in order to build a crystal structure, a basic unit is required. It means that suppose I want to build a wall, then in order to build that wall, I will require bricks. Then if I organize these bricks, that is width. In Marathi we are calling it as width. So in order to build a wall, in Marathi, we are calling it as bhint. In order to build a wall, we are in need of bricks. If we organize these bricks one upon the other, then whole wall will get built up. The same is the thing in case of building of a crystal structure. In order to build a crystal structure, we will require a basic unit, and that basic building block of a crystal structure is called as unit cell. Then how unit cell is formed? In order to form a unit cell, we will require three crystallographic axes. This unit cell will have, while drawing the two-dimensional lattice, we have considered two axes. While drawing three-dimensional axis, we have considered three axes, and we have placed the points at regular interval of time. And distance between two points along x-axis is considered as a. Along y-axis it is considered as b. Along z-axis it is considered as c. And by repeating a, b, c along x, y, z, the whole lattice space will be built up. The same is the thing. In order to build up a unit cell, we will require three edges. Three edges means nothing but the distance between two atoms of similar kind. It is called as primitive or the edge of the unit cell, and along x-axis it is represented with A, along y-axis it is represented with B, and along z-axis it is represented with C. It means that in order to draw a unit cell we will require three lanes, and these are called as primitives. Like that, we are in need of three angles, and these angles are called as interfacial angles or interaxial angles. Interfacial angles means angle between two faces of unit cell. Interaxial angles means angle between two axes. The concept is the same. In this diagram, a unit cell is shown. Its length is A, B, C as shown in figure, and the angle between lengths B and C is represented as alpha. Angle between C and A is represented with beta, and angle between B and A edges is represented with gamma. So these three edges alpha, beta, gamma, and the three angles alpha, beta, gamma, and three edges A, B, C represents the lattice parameter of unit cell. It means that in order to build a single unit cell, we are in need of 6 parameters. These are 3 lengths and 3 angles, and these parameters are called as lattice parameter. So unit cell is represented with 3 non-coplanar vectors of the axis x, y, and z, and these are the parallel, means opposite faces are parallel to each other, and there are 6 lattice parameters for a unit cell. Then let's see the next point, that is types of unit cell. Unit cell is a basic building block of any crystal structure and there are two basic types of unit cells. First one is primitive unit cell and another one is non-primitive unit cell. Then which unit cell is called as primitive unit cell? We know that if we see the unit cell structure, then in this structure what is shown here, it is shown that there are three axes x, y, z, three angles alpha, beta, gamma, and three edges a, b, and c. And a unit cell represents a box or a brick. So it has 8 corners, 12 edges, and 6 faces. It is clear from this figure. Or you take one box and observe it, and you will find that there are 8 corners, 12 edges, and 6 faces. And this box is nothing but a unit cell. And here at each corner one atom is present. It means that there are 8 corner atoms present in a unit cell. So what is primitive unit cell? A primitive unit cell is a unit cell which has atoms only at the corners of unit cell. It means that it will have only 8 corner atoms, no additional atom is present in it, and it is represented with the letter capital P. Then what are non-primitive unit cells? Non-primitive unit cells are the primitive unit cell. It means that just now we have seen that if I want to draw a unit cell, then at least I require 8 corner atoms. Unless and until I have such type of arrangement, I cannot draw. It is not possible to draw a unit cell or have a unit cell. Therefore, basic necessity is to have a corner atoms. So, every non-primitive unit cell is also a primitive unit cell. But every primitive unit cell will not be a non-primitive unit cell. Because in case of non-primitive unit cell, there are 8 corner atoms. But in addition to these 8 corner atoms, there are extra atoms which are situated in the interior of unit cell. Therefore, number of atoms per unit cell will not be 1. It is more than 1. And such type of unit cells are called as non-primitive unit cell. In the diagram shown here, it is shown a unit cell which is primitive one, and the unit cells, two unit cells which are non-primitive ones, because there are in diagram B, C, D, A or A, B, C, D only corner atoms are there, and the lengths are A1 and B1, and in case of L, M and K there is one additional atom at the center. Therefore, first one is primitive and second one is non-primitive unit cell. Then non-primitive unit cells are again classified into body-centered unit cell, base-centered unit cell, and face-centered unit cell. Then non-primitive unit cell, which one will be the body-centered unit cell? A non-primitive unit cell which has 8 corner atoms and one extra atom which is located at the center of body are called as body-centered unit cells, and it is represented with letter capital I. Then base-centered unit cells. Base-centered unit cell is a non-primitive unit cell which has 8 corner atoms, and there are 2 extra atoms which are located at the center of each base. Therefore, there are 8 corner atoms and 2 extra atoms in it. So it is not a primitive unit cell. The non-primitive unit cell type third, that is face-centered unit cell. In this there are 8 corner atoms and 6 extra atoms which are located at the center of each face. So in the diagram it is clear that there are 8 corner atoms and at the center of each face. If you consider a classroom, then it has 6 faces, At the center of each space there will be an extra atom. Therefore, such type of arrangement of unit cell is called as face-centered unit cell. So today we have seen what is unit cell. Unit cell is a basic building block of any crystal structure, and it is represented by three lanes and three interfacial angles, and these three lanes A, B, C and alpha, beta, gamma three angles are called as lattice parameters. Then there are two types of unit cells. These are primitive unit cell denoted with capital P and non-primitive unit cells. Primitive unit cell will have atoms only at the corners of unit cell. Non-primitive unit cells will have atoms at corners as well as in the interior of unit cell. Based on the position of atoms, extra atom in a non-primitive unit cell, non-primitive unit cells are again classified into body-centered unit cell I, base-centered unit cell denoted with capital C, and face-centered unit cell denoted with capital F. A body-centered unit cell is a non-primitive unit cell. It consists of 8 corner atoms, an extra atom located at the center of body as shown in figure. Then face-centered unit cell will have 8 corner atoms and 2 extra atoms in the interior of body as shown in figure. The face-centered unit cell will have 8 corner atoms and 6 extra atoms which are located at the center of each space as shown in figure. Therefore, today we have seen the concepts related to unit cell. Hope you have understood today's lecture. Thank you.